Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another movie review. This movie was brought to me by BET Plus, and it's called Heart for the Holidays. Yes, let's get into it. Starring Erica Peoples. So there's this lady. Her name is Rachel. She works like I don't know what type of business she does, but she has a lot of meetings and stuff like that. So she's like the director in charge, and she's basically in charge of getting clients so that they can, get their business so she can keep her business afloat. So she gets to the office and she has a meeting she has to go to. So she talks to her assistant Jenna and tells her, like, listen, the car's out front and I'm gonna need for you to go, do what you gotta do. So she gets in the car and she's on the phone talking to Jenna, and she knows she starts getting hot and she doesn't feel too good. So she was like, she's about to pull up to the place where the meeting was about to be held. She gets to the place. Jenna told her to feel better. She goes inside. She didn't even make it to the meeting. She ended up passing out in the lobby, and they call. The people call and they take her to the hospital. So come to find out, she has myocarditis, which is basically a rare heart condition where, like, kind of like almost heart failure, but, on the borderline signs of that. So come to find out, she had a heart attack. She didn't know because she was fine. Like 1 minute she was fine, next minute she was passed out. She basically was going through hot flashes and stuff like that. So she's in the hospital. She basically tells her assistant Jenna that she's going to be out for a few days. She never told her anything about her heart or anything. She said, I'm going to be out for a few days. The doctors tell her like she's literally like only has like a few days left, kind of like they don't know what her expectancy is. Her heart is so like worn out and overused that it could be literally any day. And they tell her that later on that night that there was an accident. The person that was in the accident was Angela Sims. But to get to the heart, you have to travel. So she had to go all the way to Cheverly, California, which is probably like a small town a ways from California for her. So they airlift her to the place. She gets up and it's just like this small town. And it's just like, ugh. So later on that night, I guess, or day, she goes to meet, she ends up meeting the lady by chance, not even on purpose, by chance. She goes into her room because she hears her coughing or whatever. And then she basically starts talking to her. The lady Angela was telling her life story and how she used to help people and stuff like that. And she asked what she did and stuff like that. And they were basically getting acquainted with each other. Angela sent a nice little message to her. Next thing you know, Rachel watches her pass over. Like, it was so surreal, but also it was like, did that just happen? It happened, yeah. So she basically watched Angela die. And on her board, it says, do not resuscitate. So she was an organ donor. Come to find out, the nurse ends up coming to Angela's room. They take Rachel back to her room. Come to find out, the Dr. James comes in and was like, listen, sorry you had to witness her die and stuff like that. But good news is, you don't got to wait that long for your heart. She literally was getting Mrs. Angela Sims' heart. And then, the surgery was success. And she ends up waking the next day. She gets up to try to walk. There's this guy in the hallway, white guy. And she starts to walk with her phone because she guess she's doing her meetings. She's so consumed about her work and stuff like that. She got to get everything done that she's not even worried about her health at this point. So she's trying to walk out in the hallway with her phone attached to everything. And she goes to fall and he goes to catch her. He was like, your back is out. Because in the hospital, them gowns, you can't have nothing on. Like, you just walking butt booty naked just with a gown on. So it was like, the nurses come to help her. And she was like, thank you, thank you, thank you. But before Angela passed, she was telling her, like you got to live life. Like, you got to know when to take a break and just be on the whim and enjoy, be spontaneous, and just do what you feel, because at the end of the day, time is of the essence, and you don't know how long you got. And at first, Rachel was not like taking heed to what she was saying. She was basically all about her work, getting to her clients, getting to the emails, trying to get back to LA so she can get through her meetings and stuff like that. But every time she got a chance to do so, it was like something was just holding her back. So eventually, sorry guys, the doctor telling her like, listen, everything is fine with you. I don't know what the heck is the problem, but you know, every time Rachel tries to leave, something just kept pulling her back, and then she came to a realization that, you know, it was Miss Sims who is really like trying to get her to like change her ways, and you know, just, you know, take each day and as a blessing, because you never know how long you're gonna have. So during that time there in Cheverly, she ends up befriending Amy, which is also, she was a kidney transplant. She also got Mrs. Sims, Angela's kidneys. So it's like, dang, she already had one surgery before. She ended up rejecting it. Come to find out, Angela, Mrs. Sims, was Amy's teacher when she was a little girl. So she tried to always make sure she did right by her. Eventually, Amy started hanging out more with Rachel, and Rachel started becoming fond of Amy's brother, Scott. So Scott and Amy have the same father, different mothers. So yeah, it was just like, mind you, Rachel still never told Jenna about anything that was going on. So now she's been there for about a month now, and she still never told her what was going on. So she was still trying to get back to LA, and something just kept tugging at her heart to just stay. So eventually she told Jenna that she had a heart condition, that she had got surgery and stuff like that. But she was still trying to make these meetings. Eventually Scott got her to come around, show her the town, and show her all the things that they used to like about Cheverly, and got her to fall in love. So she eventually fell in love. She gave Jenna her job, but she stayed on as CEO, and Amy ended up rejecting Angela's kidney. Once Rachel found out, she was trying to, you know, give her hers, but Scott was like, no, once you're a transplant, you can't do that, because it basically just puts your life more at jeopardy. So now Amy has to find another kidney. So that's already 2 kidneys she rejected. It's like everything starts going good, and then she starts like overthinking and stuff like that, and it just makes her body go weak. And then body was like, nah, we can't have this. So now she got to get another kidney. Now she got to be put on dialysis and stuff like that. So long story short, Rachel decides to stay in Cheverly. Her and Scott, they become more of a couple. She ends up moving in with them. And she basically, the town knew her off for the strength of Scott, because it's a small town, and he basically was telling her about this lady, and the lady was her. So it's like everywhere she went, they was like, hi, Rachel. She was like, well, how do you know my name? Like, Scott. Yeah, he made sure everybody know you. So eventually she stayed. Like I said, her and Scott and Amy became a family. She still had her job back in LA. Jenna came home. Jenna came to spend some time with her, because now she's the new director, and also gave her a 2-week paid vacation to go back home to see her family in Vermont. So yeah, overall, that was a good movie. I really enjoyed it. Like, I really, really did enjoy it. It was nice to see. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this recap. Hopefully it wasn't too all over the place. I literally got to like the main parts of the movie, because like, you know, I'm going to sit here and drag it out for you guys. But anyways, long story short, Rachel got a new heart, and she got to stay in a new place that she actually felt happy, and helpful to do things that she loved to do. So with that being said, I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.